A very good morning to all from St. John's. Dear parents, you are an important and an integral part of the St. John's extended family. And so it becomes imperative that any new change or development that has an impact on the education pattern needs to be shared with you. Keeping this in mind, we have prepared this presentation. Today, we have a panel of esteemed teachers from the junior wing of St. John's who will throw light on the salient features of the new education policy 2020. You will be glad to know that a number of suggestions made in the new education policy are already in place in our school for a number of years now, well incorporated and integrated in the school curriculum. We sincerely hope that this session proves to be informative and beneficial for everyone. So let us begin. Next slide, please. What is the vision of this NEP 2020? Educate, encourage, enlighten. These are the three key words that form the foundation of the new education policy. It aims at an education system that is deeply rooted in the Indian ethos and at the same time aims to make India a global knowledge superpower. The curriculum designed by NEP 2020 aims at developing respect towards the fundamental duties and the Constitution of India, to have a deep bond with the country and be proud of it. Also, be responsible for human rights, UN sustainable goals, global well-being, and to become good global citizens. It is worth mentioning here, dear parents, that St. John's has already incorporated the human rights and duties, child rights and duties, UN goals in its worksheets, PPTs, and weekly class discussions. This is done to sensitize our children about the challenges in the society and the community, making them aware of it and reminding them of their duty towards it as a citizen, not only in the Indian context, but also as the global citizen. Next slide, please. Now, let me walk you through the key principles of NEP. Here, I would like to reinforce that the various programs undertaken in a school under the various categories mentioned below, and that I'm going to enlist, are in sync with the key principles of NEP 2020. The first principle, respect for diversity and local context. As the saying goes, make diversity your strength, is what we follow in St. John's. We have the Eco Club, Bhasha Sangam program, and we are working with our partner state, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, to name a few. Equity and inclusion. If we want a strong society, it should be inclusive. St. John's provides equal opportunities to all the children, irrespective of their backgrounds. A dedicated team of counselors and special educators work tirelessly with the children with special needs. Community participation. Compassion beyond the boundaries is what our Johnians practice through the outreach programs from class KG to class 12. Use of technology. Technology is an indispensable part of our life these days. Understanding this as the need of the hour, St. John's molded and implemented its curriculum in such a way that we had online classes, online reviews, and PPTs were sent to each child so that the teaching and learning process would continue, even during the pandemic. Conceptual understanding. The policy insists on experiential learning and not rote learning. Parents, all of you will agree that at St. John's, emphasis is laid on activity-based and hands-on learning experience. Unique capability. Each child is unique. We recognize this and provide opportunities for each child to blossom in his own way. CCT, critical thinking and creativity. That is developing and enhancing logic and imagination skills. All our activities, assessments, recaps, and reviews are CCT compliant and carry some percentage of CCT element in them. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Winnie ma'am. One of the key features of NEP 2020 is the transformation of the curricular and pedagogical structure. This curricular restructuring recognizes the critical importance of appropriate care and stimulation of the brain in the early years. The existing structure of 10+2 is to be replaced by the new structure of 5+3+3+4. So let us understand the different stages of this structure under NEP 2020. The foundational stage of 5 years will be a multi-level play activity-based learning, and this stage will have 3 years of pre-primary, that is nursery, KG, upper KG, and 2 years of primary classes, that is 1 and 2. The preparatory stage of 3 years from classes 3 to 5 with the age group of 8 to 11 years, this stage will focus on discovery, play, and activity-based classroom learning. The middle stage of 3 years from classes 6 to 8 with the age group of 11 to 14 years comprising of experiential learning in various subjects. The secondary stage 4 years from classes 9 to 12 for the age groups of 14 to 18 years. This will include multidisciplinary study, flexibility of subject, and the choice of subject as a major highlight of the stage. Next slide, please. The concept of competency-based teaching, learning, and assessment has acquired a great significance under NEP 2020. Competency is defined as a combination of knowledge, skills, and attitudes which are measurable and observable. Henceforth, the objectives would be to promote CCT, critical and creative thinking, shift from the traditional assessments to competency-based ones, comprehensive and frequent tracking of the student progress, innovative tools and resources to acquire optimum learning outcomes. NEP 2020 has put a great emphasis on promoting the sports and art integrated learning in classrooms for the holistic development of the students. We take great pride in claiming that our worksheets and PPTs are a beautiful reflection of this great initiative and reiterate the belief of our esteemed principal, Mrs. Kavita C. Das, that St. John's believes in being ahead of the learning curve. Next slide, please. Now let us go through the salient features of these stages in the school. The foundational stage with play activity-based learning will focus on courtesy, ethics, good behavior, teamwork, and cooperation. Most of the activities and competitions which are designed at St. John's have this aim of inculcating the above mentioned skills. The preparatory stage focuses on interactive teaching, learning, and at John's, the transition from play-based learning to more formal classroom learning is smooth and seamless for our children. The middle stage focuses on subject-oriented pedagogical and curricular methodology. The high school or the secondary stage, as it is called, will focus on multidisciplinary study, flexibility, and student choice. Thank you. Next slide, please.
Learning is a never-ending process, yet it begins as early as we are born. The main goal of early childhood care and education is to activate the child's natural desire to learn. This ensures healthy brain development and growth of the children, enabling them to participate and flourish in all aspects of life, including social, emotional, and physical capacities. It further develops skills including good behavior and ethics, both personal and public hygiene, along with teamwork and cooperation. It embeds the teaching of languages, focusing on reading, writing, and speaking. Parents, we are already teaching recognition of alphabets and their sounds with Sonde system available at the end of every English worksheet. We believe in teaching simple number colors, shapes, and beyond through logical reasoning, problem solving, and which includes activity and inquiry based learning, like using the Ganit Mala and playing snakes and ladders. We also have a well equipped maths lab in our school to make learning a fun activity, which leads to overall development of a child and makes the teaching of the simple number concepts like ones and tens before after easy to comprehend and understand. Next slide, please. The NEP 2020 also ensures that all students are school ready. Hence, an interim 3-month play-based school preparation module for all grade 1 students is developed in active collaboration with parents and the peer group. This policy also provides for a national repository of teaching and learning resources on Diksha platform. Teachers at St. John's are already using curriculum linked resources from Diksha portal for making their classes more effective. The National Book Promotion Policy, which is also an integral part of the NEP, aims at promoting books for children of all age groups. For this, school libraries, including digital ones, should be leveraged to the maximum. We take pride in informing you that we have already started a digital library in our junior wing, which provides a variety of books to the children according to their age. Our classes have smart boards and we even have a separate multimedia room for students. This makes our classroom more interactive and lively and in turn makes learning impactful. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Neha ma'am. Highlights of pedagogical structure. NEP has focused on certain features in the pedagogical structures, competency-based education being one of them. Competencies are the skills or fundamentals or abilities that the students are expected to acquire at every stage of education. However, the pace and learning pathways could vary from child to child. We, as facilitators in St. John's, use different strategies to ensure the learning outcomes are met with. To help foster deeper understanding, NEP emphasizes the integration of subjects. Dear parents, you are already aware of our well-acclaimed CLIP program, the Creative Learning Integrated Program. Going a step further, we have started with art integration, wherein we integrate our co-curricular subjects like dance, music, art, and sports with our academic subjects. The year gone by and the current times have already exposed us to the importance of digital literacy. The learning and interacting on the virtual world throughout the year is an evidence that we have come a long way. But NEP wants us to continue to evolve in this direction. At school, we have smart boards in every classroom and well-equipped computer labs. Next slide, please. What does it take to be a good citizen? One who can think critically, who is globally aware, is digitally literate, and can apply knowledge. We at St. John's have our entire teaching learning process designed around these skills. We provide our children an environment where they are given hands-on learning experiences, encouraged to ask questions, imagine, think logically, reason out, experiment, and observe. Our outreach programs help to inculcate the importance of ethics and social responsibility. Next slide, please. NEP has proposed to introduce the learning of vocational crafts in class 6, like carpentry, gardening, pottery making, etc. We start early in St. John's. We encourage our little ones to acquire skills suitable for their age through various activities like fireless cooking, Each classroom has a green corner which is maintained and by our little gardeners. This is done to emphasize the dignity of labor and also to assist our little ones to choose a vocation of their interest when the time comes. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Rachna ma'am. Mathematical and computational thinking. The NEP 2020 has proposed an increased emphasis in this area for children at all stages. Use of creative methods, puzzles, and games to make maths more interesting and fun are recommended. We are happy to let you know that at St. John's, we have a well-equipped maths lab where children learn by doing. The Ganit Mala, Abacus, Jodo Gyan, base 10 blocks, and fraction kits are some of the equipment used regularly. All activities planned apply to real-life situations and are conducted on a regular basis. The worksheets have a special section called Math Smart, where children solve problems involving creative and critical thinking. Other aspects like mental ability, logical reasoning, and higher order thinking skills are also developed here. Next slide, please. Health education. The next important area emphasized in the NEP 2020 is health education. You will be happy to know that St. John's is a proud recipient of the Platinum Award in the School Health Accreditation for health promoting schools. Awareness regarding the importance of good health, hygiene, regular exercise, and good eating habits is created in our boys through various activities. Every class appoints 4 health ambassadors, 1 from each house. They speak the health tip on the mic for the junior school daily on a rotational basis. Every class maintains a health board based on the monthly health theme. Many of our class assemblies and competitions are based on health-related topics. To address the issue of mental health and well-being, we have professionally trained counselors. They work patiently with our boys and, if need be, with their family and parents. We are grateful to them for handling numerous issues so well during the lockdown. Next slide, please.
थैंक यू अनुजा मैम। नई एजुकेशन पॉलिसी के अनुसार छात्र को मातृभाषा, क्षेत्रीय भाषा और राष्ट्रभाषा द्वारा ज्ञान देने का प्रावधान है। विशेषज्ञों का मानना है कि शुरुआत में जब बच्चा विद्यालय आता है तब मातृभाषा व क्षेत्रीय भाषा द्वारा विषय समझने में आसानी होती है। वह अपनी क्रिएटिविटी, टैलेंट व भावनाएं स्वतंत्र रूप से व्यक्त कर पाता है, जिससे उसकी रुचि शिक्षा में बनी रहती है। वह प्रसन्नचित होकर विद्यालय आता है, उसकी ज्ञान प्राप्ति की जिज्ञासा बनी रहती है, उसका आत्मविश्वास बना रहता है। मुझे यह बताते हुए गर्व हो रहा है कि हमारी प्रत्येक असेंबली में भाषा संगम इस उद्देश्य की पूर्ति कर रहा है। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज। शिक्षा नीति के अनुसार पाठ्यक्रम 8 क्षेत्रीय भाषाओं में विकसित होगा। पाठ्यक्रम प्लेवे एक्टिविटीज पर आधारित होगा। पाठ्यक्रम में विषय व पाठ के चुनाव की स्वतंत्रता शिक्षक की होगी। पाठ्यक्रम में क्षेत्रीय विषयों को भी सम्मिलित किया गया है। हमारा क्लिप प्रोग्राम इस उद्देश्य की पूर्ति कर रहा है। नेक्स्ट स्लाइड प्लीज।
Thank you, Nisha ma'am. Transforming assessment for student development. The National Education Policy 2020 brings in a well-defined assessment architecture that can prove transformative. It has stated the aims of assessment as discouraging rote memorization and testing the creative and critical thinking and conceptual clarity of the student. We at St. John's are already assessing children through formative assessments and recapitulations, which include the questions based on higher order skills. Next slide, please. transforming assessments and tracking student progress across school years. Tracking student progress across school years is a very crucial aspect highlighted by the new education policy. The teachers at our school keep a track of students' skills, strengths, and improvement over a period of time in the anecdotal register and co-scholastic register based on the guidelines of CCE, Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation. The anonymized data is used for continuous monitoring and development of the students. Classes 3, 5, and 8 are the benchmark years, and the children are expected to achieve some basic learning outcomes. They will be taking the school examinations through assessment of core concepts and knowledge from the national and local curricula, along with the relevant higher order skills and application of knowledge in real life situations rather than rote memorization. Next slide, please. Redesigning report cards to assess holistic development of each child. Another seemingly small but structural change is the report card, which brings back the best of CCE, Continuous and Comprehensive Evaluation, with holistic assessment of each child. At our school, the children perform a lot of subject enrichment activities in cognitive, affective, kinesthetic, and psychomotor domains, which include projects, quizzes, role plays, group work activities, portfolio, etc. They also have self-assessment, peer assessment, and teacher assessment in the grades 3 to 5. All these contribute to the holistic development of the child. As per the guidelines of NEP 2020, the progress report card will be redesigned. In the 360-degree holistic report card, all the aspects of the personality of the student would be captured, making it more relevant and actionable. It will also highlight the multiple intelligences of the student and form an important link between the school and home. You, dear parents, will be actively involved in your child's holistic education and development. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Shanju ma'am. The National Policy of Education also focuses on socio-economically disadvantaged groups. The policy says that special provisions should be made in the school for the upliftment and welfare of socio-economically disadvantaged groups. The policy has suggested some categories and areas which are gender identities, socio-economic conditions, socio-cultural identities, disabilities, and geographical identities. We at St. John's have a number of extensive and comprehensive programs which focus on all of the areas that were mentioned before. I would like to mention one specific program which is very unique to St. John's, and it is called Foster Parenting Program, where each teacher assumes complete responsibility for the holistic development of 3 children from economically disadvantaged background. The teachers monitor their academics. They also fulfill their logistic needs if needed, and also at the same time ensure their psychological and mental well-being. Talking about disabilities, we at St. John's have a specific resource room, which is known as the Learning Center. And also we have a comprehensive program in place where the teachers, counselors, and the special educators collaborate to assess, screen out children with specific disabilities. We follow the rule of early identification and early intervention. And once these children have been screened out, we make sure that they are further referred to other medical practitioners for extensive medical evaluation. Along with that, we also design a comprehensive plan and intervention strategies for these children with special needs to overcome their disabilities and make the required academic progression, and also develop positive self-concept and positive self-esteem. Next slide, please. NEP also suggests that there needs to be efficient resourcing and at the same time effective governance through school complexes. It says that there needs to be adequate number of counselors and trained social workers and teachers. At the same time, there also needs to be adequate resources such as a library, a science lab, computer labs, skill labs, playgrounds, and sports equipments. NEP also suggests that there needs to be a sense of community, a sense of belongingness, which needs to be built to overcome the isolation of teachers, students, and schools through joint professional development programs such as exhibitions, sports meets, quizzes, and debates, and fairs. There also needs to be cooperation and support across the schools for the children with disabilities or children with special needs. There also needs to be improved governance of the schooling system by developing all final and crucial decisions by the principal, teacher, and the other concerned stakeholders. Next slide, please.
Thank you, Richa ma'am. Transforming assessment and examination. Assessment, recapitulation, revision, units, evaluation are the terms that Johnians smile at. It is a part of their curriculum as an easy task for the students. Assessment is either oral or written. Next slide, please. Assessment is a fun time for the students. Activity recapitulation is the assessment they look forward to. These help to develop the higher order thinking skills, and the files are maintained in portfolios to grade the children once the activities are done. This particular activity helps in developing creativity and freedom. NEP 2020 aims to create a holistic report card, which St. John's proudly can boast has already incorporated many years ago. The pilot project for the same will begin in April, hopefully when the schools reopen after the COVID lockdown. CBSE will have a center for assessment in every school to set standards linked to learning outcomes. Learning outcomes is a term that every Johnian knows, as they've been incorporated in the PPTs and in the clip segments. And every teaching lesson of every subject is a part of it. A special manual on assessment as, for, and of learning is being prepared, in which St. John's is actively involved. We take pride in being ahead of time and well prepared to take on the new challenges. Next slide, please.
Student enrichment activities. Children can participate in these activities according to their areas of interest. First, they log in, learn it, and then perform it. Aryabhatta Ganit Challenge, Heritage India Quiz, Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat, CBSE Science Challenge, Science Exhibition, Khelo India, Expression Series, Reading Challenge. Dear parents, you will be happy to know that we at St. John's have numerous activities throughout the academic session, like Numero Uno, Eco Club activities, GK quiz, exhibitions, Spell Well for English, as well as Hindi. Hindi quiz, celebration of Hindi Divas. Under expression series, paragraph writing, poem recitation, and creative writing. Speed reading, the list is endless. Creative critical thinking questions are incorporated in our worksheets, recapitulations, revisions, assessments, and evaluations. Our education system at St. John's revolves around the 4 touchstones. They are inclusive education, compassion, spirituality, justice, and advocacy. The teaching and learning program are interwoven around it. We believe in conceptual learning rather than rote learning. Gone are the days when we would believe that rote learning was the only solution for all the educational pedagogies. In NEP 2020, it is suggested that each child possesses innate talents which must be discovered, nurtured, fostered, and developed. We recognize and identify unique talents that our Johnians possess. The foundational and preparatory stages are very, very important, parents. We adopt activity, play-based, creative methods to teach our Johnians. We have to make sure when the child reaches grade 3, he should be reading well, writing well, and calculating well. Under the able guidance of our worthy principal, Mrs. Kavita C. Das, and the workmanship put in by our hardworking teachers, our kids develop communicational skill, organizational skills, time management, and other soft skills. Nowadays, children are curious to know things around them. With the help of house shows, inter-house competitions, assemblies, outreach programs, community service program, you will be happy to know that our KG babies and class 1 children, they adopt animals at Chatbi Zoo, foster parenting, role plays, etc. They are getting various opportunities to hone their skills. Concepts are related to their real world. From the very beginning, they are made to understand about their rights and duties, UN sustainable goals, because they are the future torch bearers and are leaders of tomorrow. Our teaching and learning process is discussion-based, inquiry, as well as discovery-based, along with holistic inclinations. We, the teachers of St. John's, are very proud to share with you, dear parents, that most of the things that are suggested in the NEP 2020 are already incorporated in our curriculum. This was only possible with the everlasting encouragement, guidance, and support of our parents, alumni, our Johnians, teachers, and the community. Next slide, please. I will take this opportunity to thank Winnie ma'am, Sonia ma'am, Neha ma'am, Rachna ma'am, Anuja ma'am, Nisha ma'am, Shanju ma'am, Richa ma'am, and Nidhi ma'am for conducting an orientation program for the parents. Thank you once again for always cooperating with us. Happy learning.